Hey, everybody, welcome to the Art of Relationship show. For the first time, the Art of Relationship show is live on Instagram as well, so you can catch it live from now on Instagram, on YouTube, and Facebook, and the recorded shows are all over the place, people, on YouTube and Facebook as well under Love Guru Greg. The audio version is all over the place under the Art of Relationship show. And today, going to be talking about the good things and how many people look at the bad things in a relationship first. It's so easy, right? It's very easy. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back right after this with the Art of Relationship show and the good things in your relationship or marriage. Now, welcome back to the Art of Relationship show. Just had the intro go on. As always, you can join in the live chat down below, people. I forgot to have the phone system set up where I can take live calls. So join in the live chat. Throw your comments out there, your questions. I'd love to hear them. And again, this is the first time I'm going live on Instagram. I'm trying it. Well, the show is live on Instagram, okay? So welcome. Going to be talking about the good things in a relationship. A lot of times, I'll even ask couples, the first session, okay? I have forever been doing this for, 21 years now. And I look at, I ask, hey, what do you like or love about one another? And I'll say, well, at least today, okay? I'm a realist, okay? I know we have off days. I know we have bad days. We have days where we're able to look at, you know what? Maybe I don't like you that well. So most of the time, at least today, what do you like about your partner, right? What do you like about her or him? Same-sex partners, doesn't matter, okay? And there are so many people out there that look at the bad things, right? And they look and they pause and they're like, man, I haven't thought about this before, but I can tell you all the negative stuff. I don't like this about her. I hate this about him. He drives me nuts when he does this. I hear about all the bad stuff. It's so easy. It's like rapid fire. But the good things, you know what? We sort of ignore them. Maybe not intentionally ignore them, but we sort of put them on the back burner. And now's the time to start looking at the positive things in your relationship. And again, it's not a right or wrong. It's looking at what is best for you, okay? So how many people can list off maybe 3 or 4 good things that person that you like or love about that person, right? And this is part of a little bit of homework assignment I give couples as well. And I look at the first thing is, hey, what are 3 things you like or admire about your partner, right? And we, sort of get away from this, right? When life happens, you have kids or you live together, you know each other for a little bit. And let's face it, our flaws, our faults, and I have mine too, they get in the way and they able to look at, it's so easy to pick apart. You done this. You left the toilet seat up. You didn't clean up after yourself. You left the dish in the bedroom or bathroom or whatever, right? You didn't sweep up or vacuum like you said you were going to. It's so easy to look at the negatives in our partner. Now's the time to start looking at the good things, right? So if you can look at the good things on a daily basis in your partnership, in your relationship, in your marriage, not only in those aspects, but the good thing about your partner. You know what? My partner cooks once in a while. Man, I like the way they clean. It was so cool. They thought of me today. They reached out and said, oh, how was your day? Are you doing okay? Are you having a good day? Those are good things that we tend to take for granted. And let's face it, that we sort of get away from. And those things I want people to be able to look at, don't take for granted. How many people I work with, with couples in my office here. And not only that, how many people do we look at in our life that, we feel like we're taken for granted, right? That, hey, I don't feel appreciated. And I hear this from couples, like I was saying, or trying to say, I hear this on a daily basis. I don't feel respected. I don't feel appreciated. I feel like I'm taken for granted in the relationship, and they don't feel loved. They don't feel appreciated. And those are the elements where I want you to be able to look at and to be able to go after, hey, what the hell is going on? And what do I need to make this relationship better? And what can I do to make my partner feel like I do like him or her, or love her or him, those type of aspects. And a lot of times we sort of put that, like I said, on the back burner, and it might not even be intentional, but it's looking at what do we do and what do we do with this situation, and start looking at the good in the relationship, and to be able to look at what the hell's going on? Why am I always looking at the bad stuff? Like I said, it's so easy for people to look at, oh my God, they don't do this, they don't do that, they don't do this. And there's been some research done that they even state, you know what? There's a 5-to-1 ratio, 5-to-1 ratio where, you know what? It's better for your relationship. It can feel more alive, more fulfilling if you look at 5 good things to the 1 bad thing in your relationship or partnership. That doesn't mean you ignore, oh, you know what? I got beat up by my partner. I got belittled, demoralized by my partner. Oh, that's only one thing. So I'll, sort of put that on the back. That isn't what I'm saying. I'm talking about the severity of the issues, right? So what do you do to look at the good in the partnership? What are maybe even one good thing your partner did this morning? Here, it's a little bit after noon Eastern time here in Metro Detroit. Has there been any good things that your partner did yesterday or that they did this morning if you lived together or woke up with each other? Like I said, I work with couples, all walks of life, okay? That doesn't mean you are married, living together. You could be married or living together. Doesn't matter, right? So I want to help couples have that connection that they've always, dreamt of or wanted, that they craved. Let's be in a realistic stance, right? No one's perfect. Not at all, right? Hey, I appreciate everybody for the first time joining the Art of Relationships show on Instagram. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. And please drop your comments, your insights down below. I'd like to wave at everybody out there, hit the wave button, but I can't reach it right now while I'm on my computer and camera. Doing it live on YouTube and Facebook like I have been forever. So please, drop in your comments. I'd love to hear them and be able to look at what is going on to enlighten your relationship, to start looking at the good things. Maybe your partner is a great mother, a great father. Maybe they bust their butt in making money, earning income to pay the bills in the household. Maybe they're great at doing repairs around the house. Maybe they're creative. Oh man, I never thought that would look great, those 2 colors together. Or how you handled, I look at parents, right? And I see it on a daily basis. They're walking in the store or whatever with 3 little ones. And I'm like, I would go crazy. I have one daughter, she's older, an adult now, but I would look at, how it's magical how parents, when they're by themselves, single parent or maybe by themselves, and they have 2 or 3 little ones, toddlers, or young little ones in the store, and they're like, I want this, I want that. How they're amazed at how they make that work, right? And those little things we can take for granted in our partnership. And I want you to start looking at the good things in your partner. Not only that, what are the good things you do for your relationship or for your partner? I don't want you to feel left out or taken for granted either. We can look at the good things, but we want that reciprocated, right? We want to feel good about ourselves. And the biggest thing that we have noticed in the field forever and ever, right? We tend to be drawn to people who make us feel good about ourselves. Why would we want to be around somebody that doesn't make us feel maybe alive, that doesn't make us feel loved, that doesn't make us feel cared about, or, in the ways that we want? Again, it's not about perfection. It's about looking at what are we doing to make my partner feel loved, to feel appreciated, to feel, respected in the way that they look at, instead of looking at all the negatives, right? As soon as you come in the door, how many people can relate, right? Oh my God, you forgot to do this. You forgot to do that. You didn't do this. Oh my God, this looks like crap when you did that. Boy, you did a half-assed job doing this, right? So there's a lot of things we can look at, right? That, you know what, it's easy to pick each other apart. And it might not even be intentional. Maybe it is, but I want you to be more intentional with the good, the positive elements in your relationship. Start looking at the good things, and that doesn't mean you ignore the severe, the bad things, not feeling loved, not feeling connected. And it's very hard to do when we are looking at the situation to where, you know, when we're not feeling loved, we're not feeling respected, we're not feeling desired, craved, that type of situation in our relationship or in our marriage. Hey, Gloria, I appreciate you joining in on Instagram too. So it's, you know, when we don't feel those things, why would we want to make our partner liked, right? Why would we want to look at the good things in our partner that they do if we don't feel loved, respected, desired, maybe taken for granted? Maybe they're feeling the same thing we are, right? So why not start kicking it up, take that risk, and start making your partner feel, you know, that they're recognized, right? That they're the good things they do. Man, I appreciate you took the trash out. Great. Man, I love it. Man, you cut the grass. It looks nice. Or, man, you cooked dinner, breakfast, whatever. It was great, man. I appreciate it. You tried something new and it worked out terrific. And there's a lot of people that are afraid to look at the good because they're wondering if their partner, oh, they feel all great and I don't feel that good, so my partner's going to have so much power over me. I want to get away from power trips and get away from the tit for tat elements to be able to look at maybe if we made each other feel good or recognize the good in our relationship. Do you think possibly just a little chance that our relationship, marriages, will flourish? And this can even apply to parent-child relationships. It's very easy to maybe rip apart your kid. Oh, you left this out here. You didn't pick up your dirty clothes. Just like adults, hasn't changed, right? But do you look at the good things in your kids? And that doesn't mean that's all you look at. No, we got to hold them accountable and responsible. We don't want them to be entitled, spoiled little adults, right? Oh, hell no. We don't want that. We have too many of them running around right now. So, but look at the good things, right? What are the positive things, the great things that we can acknowledge in our partner and the people around us, right? Especially our kids, especially, you know, our loved ones, our significant others. And so many times at the beginning of a relationship, if you look at those aspects, okay, let's be honest, we look at those in the beginning of our relationship and we start dating and we have that, you know, magical, mythical, in love, oh, whatever, right? We only look at the good, right? How many people ignore the red flags? How many people look at, you know, they ignore maybe they're not red flags. Maybe they're just a dark pink, right? That you ignore those things and look at all the good things. And then as the relationship matures, the marriage, you know, you're married, you whatever, you grow, you evolve, right? Or should. It's funny how all those good things you recognize, they get flushed down the toilet like, right? And all of a sudden the good things, they vanish. Like, poof, they're gone, right? And it's like, what do we do with that? Where did that go? And are we able to, you know what, be able to look at that and be able to understand what is happening in those aspects, okay? And like I said, I appreciate everybody on Instagram. Hey, everybody. And I got a request. I got to figure that out yet. The request to be on the video. I would like that. But if you have your questions or comments, please, you know what, join them down below in the chat. And I'd love to, you know, throw answers to your questions to try to have help people have the relationship they crave. And on Instagram, if you haven't been following me, I'm Greg Dudzinski. I'm a fully licensed professional counselor here in Michigan, Metro Detroit. Love Guru Greg. I'm a relationship and sex specialist. Like I said, I have been for over 2 decades now, and I'm very humbled, very flattered for everybody tuning in and joining the Art of Relationship show. I've been doing the show a long time. This is the first time I'm trying live on Instagram. I should have been doing it a long time ago. So again, throw your questions or comments out and start looking at the good things in your relationship, in your person, and the people around you, instead of looking at the negative aspects. How many people want to be around someone that is always criticizing? Like I said, you walk in the door, you wake up in the morning and you're already like, man, slapped in the head with, oh, you didn't do this, you did this wrong. You know, all the criticism, you know, all the derogatory remarks, and it might not be intentional from our partner, from our loved one, but we need to start being more intentional with the positive remarks and looking at the good things in our partner. See, I even have it right here. People can see it. I have it, Love Intentional, tattooed on my arm. Well, I got Stop Hate on this one. How professional, right? I have tattoos. But looking at those aspects that we need to start being more intentional and look at those good things in our relationship. If we have a hard time, hey, Sarah, I appreciate you, right? It feels like couples go on autopilot after a while. How do we check ourselves when that happens? Sarah, I love it. Great question. And this is one thing I mentioned. I mentioned throughout my, God, I've been doing the Art of Relationship show for a long time. My post here and there on Facebook and social media. This is a great thing, and it's so hard to do. We have kids. We get busy, right? We might not have the attention span that we used to have. And if you start dating, you live together or get married and start having kids, right? You have a lot more free time maybe to do things together. Now you have to worry about kids. Now you might be out of school, college. Maybe you met when you had jobs. You sort of had maybe more free time. When you have kids, let's face it, you have a lot more priorities to take care of, a lot more responsibility to go after. So when I tell people, you have to be intentional to make the relationship, make your partner feel a priority, okay? And it might be short bits of time frames. You might not have all the time in the world. Like we have 24 hours in a day, right? I tell people I'd like an extra 4 hours a day, just maybe 2 of them, 3 of them to sleep more. But looking at those, to be able to look at, you know, what am I doing intentionally to make time for us? Remember when we used to bring flowers home? We used to send a card, a little text message, right? It takes 5 seconds. I love you. I miss you. I want us to be more connected. I want you to make sure you feel I love you. Those little things, Sarah, can bring up the relationship and reignite the spark in the relationship and sort of take it off autopilot. And I get you, it happens all the time. But we need to be more intentional, and we get overwhelmed. We're human, right? We get overwhelmed, and everybody has that reasoning, if you will. Oh, but we have kids. Oh, we're married now. And they use that as an excuse not to show each other that you're important, to not look at the good things, like I said about this episode. And you start taking each other for granted because, oh, that's what happens, right? Oh, we're married now. We heard this happens when you're married, when you live together. No, you don't have to buy into that. Not at all. You can start being intentional to make sure that doesn't happen. We're going to go on autopilot. I think it's hard not to. Hey, Mike, I'd love it, man. Throw out your question as well. But hopefully this helps, Sarah. But you can be intentional. And I'm not talking about being grandiose type aspects. You can be little simple texts, a phone call. I love you. I miss you. I want us together. And hey, I want to make sure you're a priority in my life. What can I do? And I would love it for both partners to be able to do that. And let's face it, that doesn't always happen. I'm very flattered. I'm swamped with couples in my office on a regular basis. Like I said, I'm very flat, and I wish people would be able to start showing this, and sort of little things might wake up the relationship. And unfortunately, those things that wake up the relationship are not good things, right? They might be an affair, might be cheated, a threat of breaking up, divorce papers filed, those type of things, right? So if you start looking at the good things, and like Sarah it was a great question to be able to, you know, about what do you do to get away from that autopilot feeling. You need to make an effort. You need to make it intentional, and hopefully both people start doing that. And a lot of times, right, a lot of people, let's face it, you'll start looking at, well, I'm waiting for him to go first. I'm sick of initiating. I'm sick of initiating. Or men, it's not a gender situation. There's men that always do a great job at initiating the positive, making sure the partner feels appreciated, loved, desired, and craved. And there's some women that they don't do a great job at it. So it's not a gender thing. It's an individual aspect to be able to look at, okay, what do we do in that situation to be able to shake it up a little bit? You know what? Even ask, you know what? Do you feel appreciated? That would be a great thing to start asking your partner. Do you feel loved? Do you feel appreciated by me? And to be able to look at, you know what, the good things. Because if your partner doesn't feel appreciated in a relationship, or you don't feel appreciated in a relationship, that tells me you're sort of ignoring the good things that that partner does, and you might be taking it for granted. Or the good things in a relationship. How many people, you know what, I want this rich house, this, 5,000 square foot house, this car, and all this stuff, right? And they have all this, but the relationship sucks. It's not that healthy, not that good. And some people look at, and I'm all about chasing dreams and goals, those type of elements, but we start losing maybe our focus on why we're in a relationship, why we're married, why we're with that person. And it's sort of easy to do. We start, losing ourselves. We start losing the focus of why we're in a relationship or why we love that person to begin with. And what happens if we don't feel loved, we don't feel craved, desired in a way that works for us, and all of a sudden we start feeling like all the negative stuff gets thrown at us, what we do wrong, chances are that relationship's not going to last, that marriage is not going to last. Or what's going to happen if you stay in it. And I love this, I'm all about vows and the importance of vows in relationships, but I'm not about people taking a vow to be miserable in a relationship. So I try to help people, of course, in couples, avoid those elements and to be able to stop and consciously look at, damn, why am I always looking at the negative? Is it because it drives me nuts, which is important, right? But am I also looking at the good in my partner? And a lot of times, like I said, we forget about that, or we sort of forget about what our partner tells us that they need, or what makes them feel appreciated, or what makes them feel loved, or what they're looking for in a relationship. We sort of ignore that because we're focused on ourselves. We tend to be maybe egocentric, or some people are shy, or some people just can't do that. And that's where the sentiment about, Greg, we just grew apart, that you want different things. And it's funny, we don't really know those things. We can assess them until we're living together, until we see each other 24/7. And that's just a reality, right? And what do you do to make sure your partner feels loved, feels craved, right? Feels desired, and feels appreciated, that you start noticing the good in your partner. Hey, even ask your partner, right? Hey, do you think I notice the good things you do for me, for our relationship, for our family, around the house, whatever it is, right? It could be have a great sense of humor. I love the way you make me laugh. I'm a smart ass. I love joking around, those type of things. And to be able to look at, I want to joke around. I'm all about trying to help people laugh and have fun and feel better about themselves. And of course, having a great relationship as well. But there are times, maybe somebody, you always joke around at the wrong times, right? Inappropriate times. Learn from each other, grow from each other, start looking at the good in each other from this point on, and you're going to start looking at your philosophies. You'll start changing. You're going to start looking at what goes on, what happens in a relationship in a different light, and you're going to start seeing maybe your partner start doing the same thing, and you're going to start seeing the relationship, like Sarah mentioned earlier from LinkedIn about, it's on autopilot. You might start looking at the relationship, might start, igniting a little bit. You might start feeling a little more alive. Your partner might start waking up a little bit and start to recognize, oh my God, that was awesome. Or how many people look at the good things and they're like, they're not used to it, right? Let's be honest. What? You never say the good things or thank you or make me feel appreciated. What do you want, right? Okay, what I do wrong? Because I know you're setting me up to bash me because you never say anything good about me. How many people are looking at that situation and to be able to, you know, you're always like on guard, like, oh, what do I want? You know what? What do you want? When you say something good, it's usually something that you want. No, I just want you to recognize that I don't want anything. And some people get defensive and they start a fight with this instead of saying, oh, you know what? Man, what do you want? No, I get you. I understand because I'm not used to it. I want to change. I want to start looking at the good in your relationship or good about you as a person. I'm trying something new. I want this to be able to look at that situation and point out the good things in you. I know it don't seem legit. It seems like I'm being fake because you're not used to that, but I want to change. It's so easy to look at, you know what, you mention a good thing and it's new to your person. Oh, and they, oh, what do you want? Or you don't really mean it. You're not being genuine. Oh, you just heard Greg tell you to do this, right? And you get upset and you get, oh, fine, forget you, screw you. And it goes sideways instead of looking at, no, I get it, doesn't seem real. I'm doing it because I want to. Not because Greg told me or not because I read it somewhere. I'm doing it because I want to. See how powerful that is? Instead of, you know, you blow up and you try something new and you might get a little criticism because it's new from your partner. Oh, what? I don't think it's genuine. I don't think it's right, or it sounds sort of fake, or you're just doing it, like I said, because Greg do. And it's easy to bash back. It's easy to hit back and fight back. And, oh my God, forget that. I'm never doing this again. Instead of saying, hey, wait, I get you. You know what? No, I'm doing it because I want to. It may seem awkward because it's new, but I'm doing it because it's intentional, because it's what I feel. I want to do it. That is so powerful, and you're going to start seeing the relationship in your dynamics change and get more positive and see more connection sort of be introduced into the relationship. You're going to start feeling the more emotional and mental connection come back. And of course, when those come back, the physical, the sexual aspects start coming back in a relationship. Awesome. Not perfect, but those things are start firing back and they're going to kick up in your relationship. Okay. And before I say goodbye, again, Sarah, I tried mentioning it on chat, but LinkedIn didn't. Sarah, thank you so much for your question. Everybody on Instagram, thank you so much. Peace to everybody out there. I will learn to get more acquainted with Instagram, allowing people to join in with on video with their questions. I'd love to hear your questions. You can always reach up, okay, to be able to. Oh, I have one comment. I appreciate it. Please speak slowly. I can't catch you, sir. I'm a new learner. No, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm always looking for feedback to be better, to communicate better, to help more people understand me, okay? I know a lot of times I do talk fast, babble, and that's my fault because there's so many information and so much, I want to help people. I need to slow down because it doesn't matter how much I say if somebody can't understand it. So I appreciate the feedback. And you can catch me, check out my website, theartofrelationships.org. Again, you can check out the Art of Relationships show live on YouTube, Facebook, now Instagram under Love Guru Greg. The recorded shows, if you miss them, I have probably 400, at least 500 shows all over the place. And the audio version is on every listening platform under the Art of Relationships show. So check it out. I appreciate everybody. Peace and love to everybody out there. Take care, okay? And again, I appreciate any feedback to make the Art of Relationships show better, more interesting, entertaining, and a lot more clear for people out there. So I appreciate your feedback, okay? Take care. Bye-bye, people.